I hope coffee and modern fantasy interests you because that is going to be the topic of today's video. Hey guys, IceWire here and welcome back to the channel. How have you been? How's your day been going or your night? Settle in, the day's over, we're going to talk about video games. So being married comes with its perks because now I can take advantage of my husband's Nintendo Switch, and I have done so with the purchase of a game called Coffee Talk. And that is going to be what we're talking about today. So what is Coffee Talk? It is an indie game that is available, I think, both for Steam and for the Nintendo Switch. It is a game where you listen to people's problems and serve them coffee. Sounds simple, right? Now this sounds like a weird premise for a video game, but I have played it a fair amount and I promise that this is actually pretty cool, and here's why. Well, firstly, I'm a huge sucker for modern fantasy. I love the idea of orcs, elves, vampires, werewolves in our modern day society with us. It's a storytelling element that I think is really unique and should be done more often, but when it is done, I don't think people tend to pay too much care to the detail because while I have enjoyed them, a few like movies or TV shows that have like taken that concept by the horns, I don't know, there were a few kinks that needed to be ironed out. For example, Bright, the movie with Will Smith, and Shadowhunters, which was a TV show that I enjoyed, but dear God, it had its corny moments. But anyway, Coffee Talk. So you meet vampires, you meet werewolves, you meet a whole bunch of interesting characters that all have their own little tales to tell, and you play as a barista and you serve them coffee. And the way that you progress through the story is not by choosing a dialogue option, and it's actually by how well you make their coffee. So you have options for ingredients that you can pick. You can do them in any order that you want, but the trick is that you have to pay attention to what people want, because depending on how well you do or how bad you do, that will impact the story and what happens. Both in a delicate way, for example, between what will happen between a conversation with a young pop star and her concerned father, or a raging werewolf during the full moon. It's a very, very interesting storytelling idea and unique. I love that they took that direction. It's really cool. No pun intended, but it is refreshing to have a game that sort of tries to go out of the box a little bit with how story progression works, and instead of, going dialogue trees or dialogue wheels or anything like that, it's through coffee. The characters you meet are also really interesting. You have a werewolf who is a war vet, you have an orc who is a video game developer, you have some random human girl that comes in and she's kind of like your main bud. How she comes in, she's trying to write a story, but she has writer's block, but then an interaction between a couple happens in your cafe and it sparks some inspiration in her. And an alien, just to name a few things without getting into spoiler territory. You have a wide cast of characters that come in. It's not voice acted or anything, but the pixel art and the character design for each of the characters, it gives off enough personality for you to gauge what they're like and how they are as beings. I can't say human beings because not all of them are human. There's even a function for you to design latte art, and you can be really, really good at it, or you can be bad at it. And what I say by you can be good at it is that you can try to be good and do actual art, or you can just draw a penis. It's up to you. It will be considered art. Or it might not. Even a customer might look at it and be like, what is that? I'm going to read a quick little excerpt from the website describing the game and just a little pitch for you, just to get you more sold on what this game is all about. Developed and published by Togue Productions. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, by the way. The game was inspired by the calm feelings of drinking warm drinks in the middle of a cold, rainy night, alone or accompanied by friends. The game features visual aesthetics that are inspired by 90s anime, classic pixel art, adventure games, and the chill imagery is often associated with lo-fi, chill-hop music. Immerse yourself in the stories of alternative Seattle inhabitants, from the dramatic love story between an elf and a succubus, an alien journey trying to understand humans' life, and many other stories that we might be able to relate to a lot. There's a lot of themes in each of the character stories, like burnout. They even talk about both like general like mental burnout and also how video game devs have to deal with a lot of like burnout in their industry. If you're familiar with what happened with Telltale, there is something sort of akin to that. It also deals with racism and very relative themes to today's society. And it's interesting to see this game take on those topics. With the jazzy music and the really neat art, how can you not give it a chance? Now, I've taken on a little bit of a break from it personally, just so I can work on Pokemon Shield and the decks in that game, since, you know, I want shinies. But that's another thing for another video. But Coffee Talk, I've played a fair bit of that. I've gotten through about 50% of the story, and so far I highly recommend it if you want something that's chill, relaxed, and kind of cute, with some fun characters and an interesting gameplay mechanic with story progression. And if coffees interest you, then I would recommend this game. If you're having a stressful day and you want something to wind down to, this is a perfect game for that. So a massive shout out to the developers. You guys did a really good job. I'm enjoying this game so far, and I hope you guys watching give this a chance as well. It's really good. Give it a go. Give it a go. You'll like it. If like stuff like Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing or The Sims, anything along those lines is up your alley. If you like relaxing games and you want something to help you chill after a long day, this is great for that. It is $12.99 on Steam, and I think I paid around about the same price for Coffee Talk on the Nintendo Switch. Anyway, it's IceWire signing off, and I'll see you later next time on the channel. Go make some coffees for your local werewolf, toss a coin to your witcher, all that jazz. Have some fun with Coffee Talk, give it a go, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! And of course, a massive thank you to my current patrons of 2020. They are, of course, Nicholas Montoya, Cooladora, Kazgirl, and Zapfanouch. And if you want to see your name shouted out at the end of the video like these amazing people right here, do hop on over to my Patreon and check out all the cool rewards on offer. And thank you so much for all of the amazing support you guys give me on that platform. It has funded many different things on this channel and also has kept me fed. So thank you very much for all the support on Patreon.